Suzuki rider out front. I believe that might be Casey Cochran snatching a hole shot.
66.
That is the number 66 of Casey Cochran out of Groveland, Florida. Putting that RM Army Suzuki ride out front. But he is engulfed with Kawasaki riders. And the first one to get by, it might be maybe perhaps Nicholas Romano. Not sure yet, though. I think Ryder DeFrancesco in the number 2 spot now. He's jumped past Casey Cochran as well. So Chance Hymas, Super Chunk out front. He has got Ryder DeFrancesco in the number 2 spot and Dax Bennett in the number 3 spot. So Chance Hymas is the first to get around. Number 60, Casey Cochran. Chance Hymas changing the gear color. Chance has wore that red and white fly racing gear, it seems like, for that's been his color combo, but I think change is good. He looks good out there. And look at this, Dax Bennett pushing his way right up to Ryder DeFrancesco, and he's going to make the pass for the moment. They're side by side over the tunnel jump. And Dax Bennett has gotten around Ryder DeFrancesco, but Ryder can lose several spots as he has a 6-point cushion. So no need to get excited here. The leaders all in touch. Hymas coming out of the trees. Dax Bennett on the Orange Brigade KTM. Yeah, Ryder DeFrancesco is in that number 3 spot now.
DeFrancesco getting a little bit of breathing room here with that cushion as we look back. Third place finisher for Moto 1, McNabb finished 7th, and he's currently running in 24th place. Looking back a little further now, Daxton Bennett, he finished 3rd in Moto 2, but he took a 5th in Moto 1, so that's right now with a 4th scores him 12, so that's giving him pretty good odds there. Chance Hymas, here's the saving grace for Ryder right now, I think, in this final Moto, is the fact that Hymas went 7 in Moto 1 and 2 and a 1 right now. Puts him in contention, but that 7 really makes it a lot tougher for him to win this championship. He's doing everything he can do out front right now, I believe, in that number 1 spot aboard the 83, but he's also got company coming in the form of Ryder D, and this could get very interesting as the next 17 minutes or so rolls on.
Well, the second place up for grabs here with Chance Hymas and Dax Bennett. They're within 1 point of each other. And I believe that may change again because Bennett has gotten around. As far as gotten around Ryder DeFrancesco last lap, which our scores indicate, and now he will be tied with Hymas. So I think the real fun is just beginning. Chance Hymas and Dax Bennett scrapping over the race lead and second place on the week. Ryder DeFrancesco can sit back in 3rd, get some popcorn, watch these guys slug it out. Casey Cochran in that number 4 spot. Mark Finese in that number 5 spot. I don't know what's going on here. There we go. Avery Long in the number 7 spot. Adler Caudle is 8th. Matty Jorgensen is 9th. And Dominic Vaccarello, in the number 10 spot. Yeah, how you doing?
Well, I'll tell you, as we watch Hymas right now in this number 1 position, we're also watching the 24 of Dax Bennett. And now, wow, different. It keeps flip-flopping there on the results. But I'm watching the 24 Dax Bennett right now, and he is closing in on the 83 of Chance Hymas as we watch this race unfold here. And this could end up being a great battle, like you said, for that overall second place position as far as the week is concerned.
Yeah, they're tied up points now. Hymas and Bennett, as they run on the racetrack, points are all tied up. So
Hymas
is for the number 2 spot. Let's be clear there, because that nice, comfortable buffer that Ryder DeFrancisco has built up with his first 2 moto wins it's allowed him to kind of watch this race unfold. He is slipping back just a bit. Dax Bennett and Chance Hymas trying to go out with a bang. We talk about this, how they want to battle it out. You want to win that last moto. If you can't win the championship, going home with a moto win over some superstar competition just feels good. Makes that ride home a little bit easier for Hymas.
Well, you know, and I think what happens oftentimes is you got these riders that come in here and they've got such anxieties and they've got the pressure, and that's one thing, you know, we've mentioned it a lot, but I mean, honestly, the pressure that these kids feel, whether it's self-imposed or whether it be team-imposed or imposed by mom and dad, I think the biggest part of it really comes from within.
Absolutely. These are 12-year-old little kids.
Yeah.
These are 7th graders.
Yeah. And internally, they're struggling out there because they know, well, number one, they want to win. They're used to winning, and they like to win. And then they realize that Loretta Lynn's is the biggest opportunity for them to win on. Oftentimes, what'll happen is they'll have those nerves and those anxieties in Moto 1 and 2, and maybe some of these guys just finally get rid of it. They don't have it anymore. They've already thrown their week away, so they're just going to go out and ride and have fun. And oftentimes that third moto brings to the forefront.
The pressure's off. You're not going to win.
Right.
No expectation now. Let's go do it.
And it proves to people that, hey, if this kid could get comfortable, he could be a consistent winner. So sometimes you can open some eyes.
Totally
with a good
agree. I remember our last Saturday here. I can't remember our 4th year coming here, and my younger brother had horrible motos. We were literally loaded up, and we left, stayed the night in our hotel. We were not coming back for this last day of racing. We got up that morning. I'm like, dude, you want to do it? He goes, man, yes, I have. And just like what you're saying, same scenario, no pressure, didn't care, had the best moto finish of the week, and it made everything all right. Your last 5 days of grinding and being bummed out completely got washed away by just a great fun moto. You're like, hey, I knew I could do it. And it just, you go home with a big smile.
Yeah, if nothing else, for personal gratification, man, really, honestly. So Hymas is working on that for himself and the program. That overall second right now is Daxton Bennett himself as well. 2.5 seconds back in second. Ryder D still back there in the number 3 spot, some 4 seconds back. Casey Cochran, 7.5 seconds back in 4th. Preston Boasplug in the number 5 spot. Then it's Mark Finnis in the number 6 position. Avery Long in 7th. Adler Cottle is 8th. Dominic Vaccarello in the 9th place position. And Matty Jorgensen rounding out the top 10.
As we continue to watch the number 83, the Team Green Kawasaki rider of Chance Hymas and Dax Bennett just stalking him. 2nd place overall on the championship is up for grabs between these 2 young men as they come past us here in the announcer's tower. Got that Red Bull drone footage giving you all the angles here.
You know, looking at these times and looking at these gaps, this is not the most high-intensity moto that we've seen this week. I mean, look at the racing. 3 seconds between 1st and 2nd, almost 9 between 2nd and 3rd, another 9 between 3rd and 4th, 3 between 4th and 5th, 2.5 between 5th and 6th.
They've finally given us a break, Ronnie.
Yeah.
They've been wearing us out with these close motos. You make us yell and scream like a bunch of goobers up here, but we're fans. Like, we get excited, and that just comes out in the race call.
A little mistake there by the 83 of Hymas coming out of that first short shoot there, heading toward the comedic corner. He regains composure. Don't think it's going to be enough time for anyone to capitalize, but Daxton Bennett, had he been just a little bit closer, may have been able to. So
Dax looking over his shoulder like, where's Ryder at? What's going on here? So, and Bennett goes down. The drone footage right on top of him. We caught that crash. Ryder DeFrancisco should be coming by any moment now.
Wow, Ryder D didn't even come by.
No, that's how big of a lead Hymas and Bennett have put out there as we get 4 laps into this race. Now the racing really stretched out.
Yeah, 9 seconds it was between Bennett and DeFrancisco as we see a 2:07.7 lap time, and Ryder D is racing the race of, you know, risk versus reward, and the reward is not worth the risk because he's already got the national championship. So hey, just go out and ride this race. Race management, championship management at this point.
Couldn't agree more as the folks continue to funnel out of this place, man. We are starting to empty the pits as riders that are finishing outside the top 10 done for the week, all loaded up. They survived a week of Loretta Lynn's, and they're already, I guarantee you, they've already made hotel reservations. They've already got things planned for next year, Rodney.
I don't blame them.
Are you going to be around next year? Are you going to be alive, you think?
I think I will. I hope I will. But who knows what the good man upstairs has in plan and in store for me. He may be
plans for you, Rodney.
He may call me home to go announce a few motos in the sky. You know what I mean?
He may call you home to announce the race in the sky. There's a sweet.
Let's hope that doesn't happen for another 50 years or so.
If you make it 50 years, that would be incredible.
Honestly, dude, I'm looking at 115 before I die. Even at the lifestyle that I live, I have got that good genes. That's how good a genes I got.
Rod, you just said you're going to live to be 115.
Yes.
Is anybody in your family 115?
Yes.
Who?
My grandfather.
He's 115.
He is actually 117.
Is he alive right now?
Yes, he is.
Did he fight
no,
the Civil War?
No, I'm lying. He's not alive. No, but I've always said, you know, whenever you think of things, people think you think when you're going to die 80, 90. Some reason 115 always pops in my head.
Good Lord.
I'm going to do it just to prove you wrong, Kevin.
I'll be long gone. I won't be around for you to go in your face, stomp on my grave.
I'll go poop on your grave every once in a while to remind you. And that's another point, by the way.
Oh, good Lord. Chance Hymas, 13 seconds out in front of Dax Bennett. Ryder DiFrancesco, a couple seconds behind Dax Bennett. He wants nothing to do with any of that battling. He's got points to spare. You need a championship point. Take one of Ryder's. He's got 5 to give right now, and he'd still be the champion.
Wow, that's crazy, and that's good. That's good racing on his part. I mean, he did exactly what he set out to do here this year. Not saying that everyone else didn't do a great job, but things didn't fall into place as much as they had hoped.
Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose.
Exactly.
It's not upward motocross. We got winners and we got losers. It's all good.
Upward motocross. Everybody wins.
Hey, congratulations.
Let's all line up together, stop before the checkers.
Shake the hands.
And then we'll line up and roll across the finish line together. All a champion.
Just like the donations in '86. Hold the hands.
Oh, yeah. One more Pepsi down. Where's those Oreos? Yeah. 115, I swear. By the way, that one word got me another one. You guys haven't even been working on our word list here.
No, we gave up the ghost on the word list, unfortunately.
Double D took all the big
my
word scores.
Yeah, I think that's what it was when Dave Smith left, the hype. He was the hype man. So, Rodney, I love it. It doesn't even matter. He's going to be 115 no matter what he does.
No matter what I do to my body.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to test it.
I'm going to test all your nutritional theories, your cigarette theories.
Well, I'll be at 100. I'm going to start selling my DNA is what I'm going to do.
You should, because if you make it to 100, I want in on that. Chance Hymas has gotten the whole shot, led this thing from the get-go. Dax Bennett slipped by Ryder DiFrancesco to get into the number 2 spot. He then crashed, tipped it over, picked the bike back up, and still had enough time. Ryder D is just cruising, and he's got 5 points to spare. Yeah. He's got some points to give. If you're short a couple points.
He's got a vendor row set up.
Yep. At the end of the week, he can't sell them early on because he may need them, but he's built up a...
It's like a
surplus
swap
of points.
meet. Yeah. A swap meet. I'll take some points in this class. I'll trade you points in this class.
85, 9 to 12 points. My son could use a couple to get inside that top 10.
Watching Hymas here on the screen, 83racertv.com. He is Kawasaki Team Green Rider, Super Chunk. They're still calling him that. Still has it as the butt patch in the back of his pants. So Super Chunk, Chance Hymas, taking no chances right now. He's going to try to win this moto and just hope that something goes wrong for Ryder DiFrancesco, because if that happens, Hymas would inherit the title. He is second overall right now, edging out Daxton Bennett.
They're tied in points, so if Dax could have gotten up there and passed him, he would have gotten second place overall. The Cookie Monster out there as well. That would be Colin Allen. So the Cookie Monster moving up to the number 7 spot. Could he
known as the Cookie Monster? The Cookie Monster, Colin Allen.
Yeah.
Whoa, Super Chunk versus Cookie Monster?
That'd be a good one.
Damn. Wow. They
Battle
eat each other.
Ages.
They ate each other. They're both gone, Super Chunk and the Cookie Monster. Seeing a 37. There is Bennett coming through on the 24. So Bennett, the Orange Brigade KTM rider, already got a championship yesterday.
He's a little freestyle riding with his dad as well. They do freestyle shows when they're not doing whatever else they do.
Here, it's a different breed here in motocross, everybody. It's a different breed. The things that these parents consider normal and everyone around them here at the ranch consider normal, would
you
make
told
0
else,
sense to 90% of the
wait a minute, so you're
population.
telling me Todd Bennett at age 40 is a vet freestyle rider?
Yeah, it goes to churches, right?
40, yep.
Does freestyle shows at churches. I've seen note-footed cans. I don't think quite backflips, but pretty impressive stuff.
Still.
Yeah, and then now Dax, as the bikes keep getting bigger for him, the jumps keep getting bigger at these.
He's going to have to choose one or the other. We saw Travis was trying to make that decision.
It's tough to do
what
both.
will Dax do?
Yeah.
He's got some choices to make.
He's going to start doing tricks on the parade lap, crashing for his moto, mechanic, fixing the clutch lever. That's Bennett right there. The number 24.
Just scratching his head again. Going, geez, I got another one of these guys to deal with. He's on Rogers, potentially on Rogers' team over
somewhere
there on
down
KTM.
the line. That's right. What kind of DNA genetics does Coster have? Still full head of hair. Looks about the same as he did 30 years ago.
Said he was going to retire literally 2 years into that KTM deal. He said he was going to transition over, take Ryan with me.
That would have been 2014.
Right. He's still, he's hands-on.
Dude, he's 70-plus years old. I was there. Some guy held his 70th birthday party for Roger maybe 3 years ago. Still goes to every race. Still trains. I've seen him in the hotel room, in the hotel workout thing on the treadmill at like 8 p.m. on a Friday. That's why he's the man. And why Rodney's not.
And they'll meet in the middle because they're going to both be 130. And
yeah,
I told you it was me.
All that work for nothing. I'm still here.
Still here.
All right, Hymas clicking off more laps. 2-lap board. All right, we're going to draw straws up here and see who's going to work this podium. Who wants it?
Rodney Tomlin says, I'm in.
I'm good. I'll do it. I don't care.
Hymas, we'll see the white
take a
flag
break.
next
Megawatts
time
out.
around.
Kevin and Jason will roll you through the afternoon drive. That's our one to use, but the mic flag, I got it.
Your drive time motocross disc jockeys. Mad Dog and Bear Dog will bring you the action.
Casey Cochran is 4th. Base Flug. Preston Baseflug 5th. I was told yesterday that I coined a nickname for him, Peebo. I don't recall doing that, but I'll take credit for it.
For who?
Preston Baseflug.
Peebo.
He's got a video guy who came up to me yesterday and said, hey man, remember when you invented Peebo as a nickname for Preston Baseflug? And I'm like, I don't think I did. I definitely came up with Nate the Thrasher.
Oh, obviously, that's yours. Claiming that. Peebo.
But he says I did, so then I had to shoot a video for Peebo talking about Peebo, even though I didn't know I gave Preston Baseflug the nickname Peebo. But I'll take it. He's 5th in the moto, Baseflug in the number 94. Avery Long 6th. I'll help you out, Mark. Phineas is 7th. Adler, Caudle, Parker Ross, and Trip Rexroth, which is what my voice sounds like right now, is 10th.
I'm just going to turn that cooler water up now. We're out of waters up here, so we're just going to.
You're just going to drink
the old
drink
cooler
the
water.
melted ice.
Everybody's salmonella-filled hands have been diving in and out of that for several days.
Okay.
Got a little foot-mouth disease.
Is that water free?
That is
that free?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll steal some from our buddies next door at racertv.com after this podium because it is due in 1 lap for Chance Hymas.
Chance Hymas out front, 15 seconds, man. What a good ride for Chance. Super chump, super Chance. Taking a chance. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on Chance. Kawasaki did, and it's paying off. They're going to put Kawasaki's in 1st and 3rd. I heard a kid thank Christy LaCurl. Nate Thrasher thanked her. She's still in the mix. She was here checking in on her babies, watching them fly.
I'd be kind to her as well. I would be nice. She said she's 6 months preg. She's got the emotions flying.
That's right.
Stay on her good side. Yeah, Christy used to be the manager over there. She's now moved on. It's Nathan Ramsey at the top of the food chain. They got to be happy with what Nate Thrasher has done so far this week. But Kawasaki Team Green's got some big hitters coming through those mini-cycle ranks as well. Looking at a moto win with Hymas and a championship with Ryder DeFrancisco.
And Preston Baseflug is closing in on the 66 of Casey Cochran. Cochran on that 4th place ride, but Baseflug is right there. Peebo, as you call him. Last lap, 20 seconds out front, Chance Hymas using the new option that Kawasaki has put forth on their KX85. He's on cruise control, literally set it. Every now and again he has to click the brakes, then he'll hit resume again. Dax Bennett, the number 2 spot. DeFrancisco, 3rd. Casey Cochran, 4th. Preston Baseflug is 5th. Avery Long is 6th. Adler Caldwell is 7th. Mark Finesse is 8th. Parker Ross and Trip Rexroth round out your top 10 as we close in on the checker flag. And the championship points look like this: 1-1-3 for Ryder DeFrancisco. Chance Hymas 7-2-1. He got better and better. Daxton Bennett 5-3-2. I'm guessing that Nicholas Romano is not even out on the racetrack. Not showing up inside of the points from what we're seeing on the TV screen. And there it is, folks. The number 83 of Chance Hymas finishes his week off with a moto win. Dax Bennett going to come across here momentarily as he works his way through the finish line turn on the number 24 machine. There's his dad. They had a great week. Congratulations to Dax Bennett, finishes 2nd in the moto. And your 85 9-12 national champion is going to go to the number 2. He is pumped. He is going to be a 2-time champ. Way more championships than Jason Wygant has ever won, and we will now toss it down to Jason Wygant to ask him what it's like to do something that he has never done and never will do, and that's be a winner. Is that in motocross only, or all my other endeavors throughout life? Everything. Where I've been very, very successful. Well, I still got one of those AMA Media Awards that DMXS won that I claimed the trophy for, and I still have it. All right? Stole it. You should stay on my good side. I mean, that was 2004, I think. Yeah, we're supposed to get that back. It's like the Stanley Cup. I'm getting around to it. It's been 14 years. I'm getting around to giving it to you. I just haven't had time. I'm getting around to it. Okay, so Chance Hymas is at the podium. Let's just grab him as quick as we can and talk to our moto winner, and then we will crown our champion with the 3rd place finish in that moto. So Super Chunk gets it done. That's going to be good enough for gold. Let's hear it for the number 83, Chance Hymas. Seemed like you were really feeling good in that moto. What was happening out there?
Well, I got off to a really good start. That was my first one I've had in a while. And my Dunlop tires are always hooking up off the start. I came out around 3rd, went around the outside of that hump and got into 1st and just led from there. Gotcha. How good does it feel to have a gold? Feels really good. I mean, I wanted the title, but it is what it is. Gotcha. All right, Chance, who do you want to thank? My mom, my dad, Monster Energy, Kawasaki, Pocoto Power Sports, Western Power Sports, Fly Racing, Scott Goggles, RMX Series, Pod, Alpine Star, Atlas. Everyone I forgot, thank you. All right, let's hear it for our moto winner, Chance Hymas. He even got the Super Chunk logo on the jersey there, so he's running that nickname. He ain't scared. Got it on the butt patch. Okay, so that's the number 83. We do need to switch this machine off. It's all in the family with Team Green Kawasaki. It's all right. They move one bike off. They'll move one KX85 up. We're looking for the number 2 machine, which will now be number 1 for winning the championship here in 85. In the meantime, I'll bring up our 2nd place finisher and our Whole Shot Award winner. I believe it's Casey Cochran winning the Whole Shot. There's Casey. So we'll hand out a Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award, and then I'll be on the lookout for our runner-up. All right, we're going to rev this thing out, and I have full confidence in his burnout skills. I'll stand right in front of the bike. Woo! I'm supposed to tell them not to do that. Oops. I forgot to tell you not to do that. How about that? All right, come on up. Our Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award winner. Slinging that bike up. It is not easy to put a motorcycle on the stand when the stand is on your left. Let's hear it for your Whole Shot winner, Casey Cochran. How'd that moto go for you, Casey?
Oh, I got off to a great start. Dunlop tires with the Lynx motor hooked up great off the start and got the whole shot and just tried to ride smooth and consistent and came out with 4th.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Suzuki, Dunlop, Nihilo, Factory Connection, Lynx, Pro X, Cometic, Fox, FMF, Moto X Compound, Timmy Bador and Matt Walker over there training me. Acerbis, and Asher. And anyone else I forgot, thanks.
All right, let's hear it for Casey Cochran with their whole shot award. You got to get the picture. Turn it that way. He's got one more picture for you. Turn to your right, Casey. Let's get with Tim right here. Oh, boy. Well, I can't stop the family from shooting photos. Why not? There, all good. Looking for our second place finisher in the moto. Should be Daxton Bennick. So let's bring Dax on up on the number 24 and hand out a silver. He ran strong in this class all week. He did get a title earlier in the week as well. So overall, great performances by Dax. Here he comes. And we do have the championship machine on up on the stage as well. Well, he made a good run against some of the older kids. He'll be back next year to try to hunt for gold. Right now he's got a silver. Let's hear it for Daxton Bennick. A little bit of a wild ride in that one at one point.
Yeah, I tipped over and just had to regroup my mind and push harder.
Happy with the way your week's gone?
Yeah, very happy. It's been a good week. I won the title in 9-11 and felt really good in this class.
And we were joking about your dad. I know he's still got some freestyle skills. What about you? What's the biggest trick you're doing these days?
The boner air.
That's the biggest and the best. I like that. Who do you want to thank, Daxton, for a solid week, title, and up on the podium here?
Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe. KTM Orange Brigade, Alpine Star Scott Goggles, Troy Lee Designs, FMF, Dunlop, Tires, Nihilo Concepts, and everyone else. Thank you.
Let's hear it for Daxton Bennick. Good job, Dax. And now we're going to bring our champion to the stage. Thank you, Dax. Once again, a titleist. He does it with a third-place finish in the moto, but 2 number-1 plates this week. There's the moto medal, and here is the trophy. Let's hear it for Ryder DeFrancisco. All right, Ryder D, you just had it rolling the whole time. I'm assuming you knew what the point situation was in that moto.
Yeah, going into it, had to know I get a 5th or better, so got off to a good start. Stuck by a chance for a little bit, and I still have the flu, so can't run the whole moto what he was doing, so kind of just stuck back and run my race.
Wait a minute, you've been sick all week?
Yeah, the last 2 days I've had the flu, so.
If you go down to the creek, everybody give this guy some room. Are you going to just stay inside the van, or are you going to spread those germs as far and wide as you can?
Definitely not spread the germs.
Okay, all right. Well, that's pretty good, man. What's it feel like late in the moto when you're sick like that? It's got to be rough.
Yeah, it's definitely rough. Lose focus and get really tired really quick.
All right, but you held on 2 championships. How good does that feel?
Feels great.
Yeah. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, my mechanic Kakua, Jimmy Johns, Pro Circuit Kawasaki, Monster Energy, Ethica, 60 Helmets, Scott Goggles, Troy Designs, Alpine Stars, Razor, whoever forgot, thank you.
All right, our champion. Let's bring Mr. Ricky Rickards from the AMA up to the stage. We will hand over the #1 plate and make it official. This is your 85cc champion, Ryder DeFrancisco.